Okay. Um, Thank you very much. This is our today's last talk. I have the honor to hold it on behalf of Stephan Bachmann, who is sadly not to come, but I took up and I will make the presentation for him today. No? Okay. So last but not least, the last one always should be the best one, or at least the most catching. Okay, so I want to start. I mean, we heard a lot about the digital product bus and a lot of use cases for blockchain with it and NFTs, and that's probably the perfect ramp up for my presentation and the new company World of Pi. But I want to start with a question for you. Do you want to make an impact? Do you want to make the world a better place? Do you want to make money? If one of the things is answered with yes, I think it comes in handy to have something of the other things too. So I want to tell you about Stephan, who is actually the founder of World of Pi. And yeah, he is a real dean. He minted paper on Bitcoin before ordinals. And he spent the last 4 years in Twitter spaces, community spaces, and URLs. And that's where I had the honor to meet him. And we always ask ourselves, how can we mass adapt how can we mass adapt NFTs, and how can we use NFTs for better? And that is where I proudly present you World of Pi. So, but what is the current status? And I think that puts totally on a different aspect of what we heard before. Yeah, we live in a throwaway economy. Yeah, everybody, we are wasting our stuff. We're throwing away our products, and we're using up Earth much faster than it can regain power again. And there came something to solve that, and it's of course World of Pi. But maybe you heard of the circular economy. Yeah, so what is circular economy? Yeah, it's to give products a second life or a third life, to reuse the products, to share it, to repair it, to resell it, renew it, or repurposing it. So we wanted to build on, our World of Pi wanted to build on that. And now I can say how the name came into existence. Yeah, every circle needs pi. And for a circular economy, you need circle. So, of course, that's World of Pi. Okay. So, and that we heard also today, the new EU regulation that every manufacturer has to implement the digital product pass. What is the digital product pass? If you haven't heard it, that every product has to come with it, and it has to contain information on what materials are used, how to repair it, how to recycle it, and how to reuse it. And actually, the Fraunhofer Institute told that that the best solution for that would be blockchain, as we already heard today. So what is World of Pi? And I hope there are enough, you're an NFT crowd, so I can really dig in a little bit deeper. But simply, it's just a product connected to an NFT, so a digital. And it's as simple as having a QR code printed on the product, but there are different ways also. So we work on different techniques, with different techniques, but QR is simple enough. And then you can scan it, and you have this NFT you can claim. And that's one of the technical solutions we are really proud of. It's seamless. Yeah, it's of course it's a custodial wallet, so it's for the user it's easy, and you don't have gas fees. You don't have all the wallet stuff. Yeah, that is all taken care of. So it's really user friendly, instead of a lot of other solutions that are on the market. So, and now what comes in handy is that we have spent a lot of time in the NFT space. And so, of course, there is information about the product pass, so you know what materials are inside and how it's to be recycled. And there are maybe instructions how to build it. and maybe a warranty. But what really makes it easy with the NFT stuff is, for example, if you can prove that you serviced it and maybe prolong your warranty. You can make the community building. That's also classic NFT stuff. But also there's an interesting pilot we are doing with Puma. Some of you may know it, and that's the inventory. And the funny thing is, or the interesting thing is, Puma is not using it on our products, but for buying their interior, their furniture, and they want their manufacturers of the furniture implement the World of Pi. And for what do they need it? They want to prove that they not only buy high quality stuff that is long living. I mean, I don't know if you know it, but most companies have some kind of buyout afterwards, so buyback contract. But they want, and mostly the stuff gets thrown away. And now Puma wants to prove that they will give it a second life. They will sell again the high quality products, for example, to hotels and co-working spaces or something like that. And I think that's something probably in the future, and I think the EU is building on that, that you can probably get certificates for it, CO2 certificates, because you can prove that you gave a product a second life. Yeah, and what is else? Yeah, and the lost and found. I mean, everybody. I mean, do you know OpenSea? Yeah, probably not. But OpenSea, there is the flagged NFT. Not anymore. No. But yeah, there are flagged NFTs there. And yeah, if you lost your product or it got stolen, you can flag it. And if somebody sees your product and sees that it's lost, he can return it to you. And of course, there's also an interesting what we already heard today is that we could have a secondary market for it. Yeah, so the manufacturers could offer a secondary market where the customer is able to resell it. Yeah, and of course there are some things like rent and share, and recycling. I don't want to go into it. So what is really interesting for the next thing is, what are the incentives? And as we already heard, what is the big problem of the manufacturing today? Yeah, they know their retailer, but they don't know their end user, and they don't know how it gets used, and what is built with it, or what is done with it. And actually, that is something what NFTs can really show you, how the people, where is the second life? Is there already a second market existing? So data, as we heard before, yeah. Consumers, of course, yeah, they gain all the power, all the information of a product. They have it all time handy. They have the possibility to resell it. They know where to sell it, probably for upcycling to an upcycling company or something like that. That is something. Of course, we as community or people, we win a more sustainable future. And of course, yeah, the manufacturer also is EU compliant and has a much better digital product path than most companies with Solfit. Okay. Yeah, and the secondary market is also a huge win. So, who are the first partners of World of Pi? There are already onboarding. Puma, I already mentioned. Rückstold, one of the oldest carpet manufacturers in Switzerland. Zumtobel is the second largest lighting manufacturer. And Flink, a cargo bike, and Williams streetwear. And what I also want to say, the solution can do every blockchain beside of Bitcoin, but every other the solution runs on that. So maybe, okay, I'm getting a little bit vibrating here. So I'm just saying, this is Stephan Bachmann, whom I'm talking for. And he's a founder of Architonic, or a CEO of Architonic, was a founder and started this company. And Lucas Fleury is also maybe big. Interesting because he started the Block V, or smart media technologies, and he worked with Visor and Pepsi and with NFTs, and he put out 500 billion or half a billion NFTs in the last year. So if I would be, thank you. I would be So you can, if you want to have more information, just come to me or scan this QR code. And as a surprise, you can also claim your first Word of Pi NFT if you want. And also make an appointment with Stephan Bachmann, or just come to me and ask me questions. Thank you for your attention, and for a better future.